Now, I want to I want to ask you, how do women stop being the fixer or the emotional container at work while still being effective leaders?
How they stop being the fixer or the emotional container? Well, I think we can talk about this for more than the 5 minutes for this question. So, um, if you as a woman are in the role as a fixer, if you can recognize yourself in that, I call that archetype. So it is a set of behaviors and way of being and thinking and engaging that was most likely in the 99% learned at home. So the first step to do so and to unpacked why you are behaving that way is to go back to your family dynamics and understand what happened there when you were a child. Because usually in those cases, when women gets in the roles of fixer, usually they didn't have the child role and they have more of the parenting role in the family. So that's the first step to understand what was the dynamic with mom and dad when you were growing up. The second one will be to, once you realize and understand that happened, so give yourself some time to heal because that's not healthy. And most likely when you get into the role as a fixer, you are also not giving the other person the space and the tools for that person to grow and empower themselves. So it doesn't matter if you do get into the archetype of a fixer with the man or with the woman, because you most likely will get in the fixer with everyone. But there can be some differences if you did that with mom and you did that with dad when you were growing up. Anyway, that's we're gonna go to the tangent if we go that way. Um and then the third one, after giving yourself some time to heal what happened in your childhood, you need to learn how to set boundaries. Because there is also a no connection, no understanding then where where someone else finish and where I start, or where I finish and the other person starts. And there is a lot of management and unhealthy patterns within that archetype.
Mm, mhm.
So, if I rest, like
You
if I go is, okay, if you're being a fixer, look at your family dynamic and childhood dynamic when you were growing up, like what happened there. The second one will be to heal and to look out for someone who can help you heal, can be a counselor, psychologist, um, whatever that looks like for you. And the third one will be to learn properly and really how to set boundaries for yourself and for other people. Those three steps.
Can you give us three things listener can start doing now to regulate their nervous system?
Yeah, sure. The simple step to do is first will be to name. The first one will be to name before you solve anything. So it is very important, and it drops on the 60 up to 70% of the nervous system reactivity when you label the emotion. So you first need to recognize what emotion it is running through your system before addressing anything, I will say. The second one will be to learn to regulate yourself in order to respond. So this can look like to take a bit of a pause, do some breathing techniques, do tapping, do something that helps you regulate your nervous system and the emotion and being present. And then the third one will be to find a way to close the emotional loop. So this can look like for work, for example, end a meeting with clarity. So we made these decisions, these are the next steps. And for me will be like the person will be, this is the emotional tone that I went through after doing the naming and the regulating. So it's name before you solve. Second, regulate first and then respond. And the third will be to close the emotional loop. That's small practice, massive impact.